Going into space has long been the dream of many a sci-fi fan, and for one BBC presenter that dream is about to come true. In a world first for the broadcast industry, Spencer Kelly, who fronts the BBC technology programme Click, has been accepted by NASA to visit and report from the International Space Station. During his stay on board, he'll present several episodes of Click. Kelly, who says he's always harboured ambitions to leave planet Earth, will test how the latest technology performs in zero gravity. He says he's looking forward to the months of hard training ahead of him.
That's not true. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That shouldn't be on the auto cue. It's my Christmas fantasy list.
But
it's fake news.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. The fake media tried to stop.
Everyone's using the term these days. Problem is, it now seems to mean anything from actual lies to something you simply don't agree with. And the tech world is anguishing over how to sort fact from fiction, from opinion, from satire, from highly skewed and misleading headlines. And as a result, fact-checking organisations are now working to counter the fake news effect. The First Draft Coalition operates around the world, and in Germany it's working alongside journalists from the Korrektiv Group to help improve online transparency. In the run-up to the recent election here, they published a daily newsletter investigating the most popular stories on social media suspected of being false or highly misleading.
You know, you look at an incident in a video, but then when you're trying to do your verification, you're looking largely away from the main incident into the background. Is what's being claimed in the caption description of this video what is actually being seen in the video? One which showed a couple of, maybe not a traditionally Northern Europeans, a couple of dark-skinned guys waving their passports, and this was claimed to be kind of smug immigrants trampling all over German people's feelings.
The tweet said they were like insulting the local Germans and provoking them.
Using simple tools such as reverse image searches to verify the original sources of videos, and in this case a facility called Watch Frame by Frame, the journalists were able to identify the street name, Unter den Linden.
The thing that helped me is there is a police officer walking through the video, back here.
After locating the police squad in question, they were able to get an eyewitness account of what happened, not just in front of the camera, but also behind.
Actually, we discovered that behind the camera, there are like 100 people insulting these 3 to 4 guys in the first place.
They were, if anything, just reacting.
Another story debunked by the group involved what looked like a number of Muslims standing at a bus stop in Leipzig.
The headline was, "This is how Islamic society or an Islamistic society would look like or does look like, and we are heading to this."
So we were taking a closer look at these.
Narrowing down where bus and tram lines met and cross-checking with street views, the journalists were able to pinpoint the spot and the fact that the group had just come out of a Christian church.
They confirmed that they work with refugees and that they even know the guys in the video, and they were just coming back from a baptism, and yeah, we're trying to celebrate the baptism, and we're just heading for lunch.
So this was really, really misleading information and trying to manipulate people and to make them worried about, are we overruled by other cultures?
The problem is that anything can look believable when it's published online. And there is an ongoing debate about whether the platforms on which the stories are published should be the ones to police them.
Making sure that quality content and quality journalism is on top is a big mission. So that's why we work very closely with fact-checking organizations and media organizations around the world. Just a couple of months ago, we changed our ads policy around misleading news websites.
Whoever ends up fighting the rising tide of fake news, one thing's for certain, ultimately we're going to need an automated fact-checking system. Back in the UK, a stone's throw from Westminster lies Full Fact, Now, this is an organisation that first came to the public attention around the time of the EU referendum. These guys have some pretty interesting fact-checking tools. In this session of Prime Minister's Questions, the group is verifying claims using a mixture of manual and automated fact-checking. One of the automated tools being developed looks at the trends behind a claim, such as where and how many times any statement was repeated. Another tool, called Live, will take text from TV subtitles and check it off in real time against reliable databases, such as the Office of National Statistics. Using a combination of AI and machine learning, the algorithm will perform calculations and check facts with primary sources. Eventually, it could be used in a scenario such as this.
There are 10,000 more training places available for nurses in the NHS, but the Right Honourable Gentleman talks...
Yet you see, that's not right. That's an ambition for 2020, but it's currently not true. How cool would it be to debunk claims like that on the spot? But the system won't be able to challenge more subtle claims with lots of caveats, such as the statement, "The NHS is in crisis." Nor would it provide simple yes and no answers.
GDP is rising. It's kind of like Shazam for facts. Nurses are using food banks.
The tool that I'm most excited about is the speech-to-text robo-checking. So it's when somebody is talking live and it takes you in real time to the primary sources. So if a journalist is in a press conference or if they're interviewing someone, they can see straight away if there's something that the person in front of them has said is true or false, which is particularly cool, I think.
I so want that. I so want that. Have you used it in anger yet?
I haven't used it in anger quite yet.
All right, okay. How nearly ready is it?
It's ready now,
okay.
But it can only do one sentence at a time.
Do you think public figures will have to change the way they behave?
There's no debate that can really happen without eventually hitting on numbers. And the point at which you hit numbers, it's important that they're correct and not being manipulated. I think that's the place that we're starting from and the world that we want to create.